So we started our trip from the Sobudaimai station on the Odakyu-Odawara line, and from there we started our 10-minute walk to the gate of the Camp Zama base here in Kanagawa, Japan. And along the way there was already some sakura trees, and as well as, I believe right here we'll show a Domino's. You can see there are many people on their way there. There are already a few people on their way from there. And at intersections there are some policemen to guide the traffic to ensure the safety of the pedestrians. There's some few interesting sights to see along the way, like classical, I would say classical Japanese architecture. Well, for those of you who have not yet been to Japan. And by the gate, the lines are long. They're doing some inspections. There's a separate line actually for Japanese and for non-Japanese. Non-Japanese have to go through some immigration check. After that, we were able to go through, and we were on our way again from the gate to the main event area. Again, many people along the way. There's a bus or tram or train that people can take for 100 yen, but we chose to walk instead. It's a 10-minute walk from the gate, around a 10-minute walk from the gate to the main event area. And there you can see we already spotted some sakura trees. They're not yet in full bloom. It's quite unfortunate, but they're still beautiful nonetheless. They're already beautiful. Nice to look at. It just doesn't seem enough of them though. I mean, from the pictures I see, but anyway, maybe it's because they're not yet in full bloom. You can see them very clearly in contrast to the trees with the all green leaves. The sakura trees are the trees without leaves at all. They're all flowers in white and pink, mostly pink right now. At this point, we're still on our way. Many people also on their way on foot. Here's one very beautiful tree that we saw, so we took a closer look of that one. Oh, here's a post office. Very simple building. So here's the sakura flowers up close. You can see they're really white, but the buds I think start from pink. That gives the pinkish hue to these trees from afar. Some people taking photos of the trees, some people taking photos with the trees in the background as well. Here's a little bit of an electronic billboard showing some events, some more trees. A lot more people. We can already see, if you can see it straight ahead, are the toilets. Mhm. To the left, I believe we will see
So the pizza's very popular.
long lines.
Oh, hot
Well,
dog also.
first those are the. Oh, this is the line for pizza. So there are many people. They like the pizza here. I would think it's quite cheap, cheaper than outside. Or yeah. And then there's some restaurants there: Popeyes, Subway, and the pizza place Burger King, and some
Go there first.
PX goods store, or basically imported products.
Yeah. So let's go there first. Huh? You want to go for pizza?
So there you can
Let's
see
look
the
at the other
lines,
places
and we're back on our
Anyway, I
way
think all places have many people. All
to the main event area. We're still not there. Almost there. You see families walking along with their small children even. And I don't know if you noticed, but there was a little bit of a drizzle. During this day, it was quite rather cool day. Here we're just about at the main area where there's a line of sakura trees and even more lines of people lining up for food. To the right there's another line there, somewhere there for pizza again, another pizza stand, and to the left there's a line going towards the toilets for the men. Behind us were lines for toilets for
maybe
women.
this is it. I'm not sure. So there's Russian food, soft cream. Anyway, let's look.
You can see some people with masks on. Basically, it's spring. There's a lot of pollen, maybe, and so people have to, who are allergic to pollen, of course, have to protect themselves. Well, of course, that's sort of odd behavior maybe to other people, but that's basically normal here. There's again the line for another pizza stand, same pizza company. This time around they have a smaller version of the pizza for about $12, 12 US dollars. And although they still have that usual large size pizza, which goes for around, I believe, $18. See, there's different kinds of food, Russian food. They have sausages, beef barbecue, pork tongue barbecue, and I forgot what it is, paprika, something like that. There's Balinese, Indonesian food. They had mie goreng, nasi goreng, and some satay, chicken satay, I believe. They're even selling some toy guns. It was a hit among the young boys. Here there's some Japanese food, I believe. Soba,
yes.
stuff like that. Maybe yakisoba.
There's large.
To the left, oh, right there you could probably see already there's some people barbecuing something. Those are actually from the Filipino-American group in this base. They're preparing their or grilling their very delicious Filipino pork barbecue. Here's a line of sakura trees. And there they are. I always say where there is large smoke, that's where delicious pork barbecue is. I believe this is the start of the line, and it goes all the way to the back. Well, almost. And there you see very beautiful sakura trees. Still not yet in full bloom, I should say. So. Around there's another line for some Turkish food, kebabs, basically similar to shawarma, and some Turkish chicken legs, and oh, there's Outback steakhouse food as well. The lines here are quite long, and we didn't try any of those kinds of food anymore because the line was just so long. There's the shawarma place, and more sakura. There's some amusements for the kids. Here are rather big inflatable slides featuring King Kong and some dinosaur, maybe Godzilla. A few more slides and a merry-go-round right there. And to the right there's a oh, here's another view. To the right here's a little bit of a train going on for the very little kids. That man in front is obviously not a little kid, but he's driving the train. And there's even a little bridge there, some railroad crossing signs. And the train's about to cross the bridge. There are also some, I guess these are like bumper car rides, although they're battery powered as opposed to typical bumper car rides. Of course, these are for little kids as well. There's an interesting tree right there that's in the shape of a cone. I guess they use that as a Christmas tree during or around Christmas time. Here's one game that's for men, or not for kids at least, where you hit something on the ground with a hammer and try to ring the bell about 20 feet on top. Here's what I believe they call karpas, which is basically Russian sausage. We ordered this, it's very delicious. We're trying to look for something like this again. Again, it's Russian sausage, or kalpas, karupas as they call it in Japanese. Basically, there's 3 stages to cooking it. First is thawing it. You can see on the right, and then grilling it on the flat pan or tepan. Then finally grilling it on a real grill. I guess usually it should be on charcoal, but this time around that was charcoal. This is the spot where we stayed to have our little picnic, just near the Filipino barbecue place, and along the line of the cherry trees. And not a very good view, but it was good enough. There were so many people and almost no other place to stay at. And we noticed there are also some of these dudes who are wearing like medieval costumes. Apparently they were also doing some sword fighting or something. And the last thing we did was to line up for the pizza. And it wasn't very long anymore, but still it was quite a considerable wait. From here, probably the best view. You can see a line of cherry trees right there. They were trying to bring new pizza. Here's a little bit of a rodeo bull ride or something for little kids. A little bit of a inflatable basketball court right there. Where kids just keep on jumping. There's a poor girl who has to, I don't know why. Well, I guess she liked to do it. A few more games, a few more people on the grass having a picnic.
Hanggang dito na lang tayo. Hindi na tayo maglalakad. Ha? Ano?
There are tennis courts right there, and there are people playing.
Ano ba yun? Midway games? Midway games na sila. Yan ba yun? Huh. Yeah, I guess that's it.
Here are the very simple Midway style arcade games, shotgun game, golf putting game, and lucky ball. I guess you throw balls on, and then if you put them on a certain color ring, you get a prize. And it looks like no one's interested in that game. So it's about $3 per game apparently. Although of course you get to win some interesting prizes if you're so interested. Right here, probably some of things, or at least one thing that we didn't have during our youth. Well, we didn't have much of these inflatable stuff during our youth. But this one to the right is quite interesting. You wear a Velcro shirt, there's a Velcro wall, you jump, and you stick to the wall.
What do you expect?
But of course, for little kids, it's difficult to jump. So instead, a couple of men tried to lift up the kid. I believe this kid wanted to go upside down, and that's what he gets. Unfortunately, maybe he was too big already for the Velcro. And there's something on the left that we don't understand what it is for, except for jumping. You know, you put your kids in there, they keep on jumping. That's the natural tendency that that's what they will do when you put them in there. I guess if it'll be useful if you have a hyperactive kid, you want him to sleep already, put him inside one of those things. He keeps on jumping, he doesn't stop, and he gets tired. Or maybe that's not the point. Anyway, so that's it, and we'll see you next time.